greet our friends everywhere with Chapter 15 of Thunder in the Heather, the story of John Knox. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and is brought to you from the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.
The Parliament of Scotland will come to order. It has come into my hearing that there are some who question the right of the lords of this realm to hold a Parliament in the absence of our new Queen. 'Tis true that our sovereign is neither present in person nor represented by a commissioner. However, the extremity of the times, indeed our national crisis, has made such a Parliament imperative. And the common consent of almost all the lords must remove the objection of a few of the clergy that such Parliament ought not to be held. The Lord of Glencairn will come forward.
In the last convention of the Estates of the Realm, it was ordered that all French troops and all English troops be required to evacuate the realm of Scotland. This has been done. Today, the Parliament of Scotland meets to pass 3 acts for the spiritual good of this land. Mr. Knox and some of the other ministers have drawn up directions setting forth how the kirk is to be organized after these acts are passed. Mr. John Knox will come forward.
We give thanks to God for setting this perishing realm at a reasonable liberty, and for partly removing our darkness, suppressing idolatry, and for taking from above our heads the devouring sword of merciless strangers. However, brethren, we must provide laws for the cure of Scotland, lest she sink again into sickness and be unable to rise. The first Act of Parliament for which we meet today requires the total abolishment of the jurisdiction of the Pope in Scotland. The second Act of Parliament will condemn all doctrine and practice contrary to the essential principles of the Reformed faith. And the third Act specifically forbids the celebration of Mass within the bounds of Scotland under penalty of confiscation of goods for the first offence, exile for the second, and death for the third.
How are they going to do that?
What's the matter with you? Come on, man. The Mass is abolished.
Is it? And how are they going to do that? With the young Queen coming, and her a Roman Catholic.
How can I leave France?
You are Queen of Scotland, Mary.
Queen of lawless nobles and rebellious peasants. Yes, I am queen.
You have been well prepared in the court of France.
What do they think of me in Scotland, Archbishop?
They fear you, Mary.
Fear me? I am more afraid of them. Why should they fear me?
What is this?
You know what it is. It is the golden rose given to me by the Holy Father, Pope Pius IV.
And the message he sent with it?
That I should not let a realm such as Scotland go to perdition.
This is why the Scots fear you.
Because of the Pope?
Because you are a Roman Catholic.
They are a strange people, the Scots. Stubborn, independent of everyone and everything. Crude and rough to us.
Enough.
But not so crude that they cannot be won by a beautiful young queen.
I want them to like me.
You are wise for your 18 years, Marie. Yet so fair a man could not guess it. This will be of great benefit to you, if you take care that your beauty is your glory, not your fall.
Oh, come in.
Where is Knox?
With the Earl of Arran.
Arran, the biggest fool in Scotland.
Also closest to the blood royal.
A lot of good that does us.
True.
If only we could have influenced Elizabeth of England to marry him. That would have been an alliance. Scotland would have had a Protestant king.
But such a king.
What does that matter? It is the nobles and the Scottish Parliament that rule.
So far.
I had a strong hope that Elizabeth would take Arran. She is ambitious enough for England, and it would have tied our two countries.
Well, that didn't work.
What has Knox got to do with Arran?
Oh, he's had a grand, wild moment.
Meaning?
It means to arrange marriage between Arran and young Mary when she arrives.
Marry Arran to her?
We'd have a Protestant king.
It would never work.
All the same, it is a bold idea.
It is true that no one knows much about her outlook. Perhaps she would welcome advice from the leaders of her country.
And even Arran would be better than some foreigner.
Perhaps Mr. Knox is not as daft as I thought.
To think we were disappointed that Elizabeth did not make you King of England by marriage, Arran. Why, this will be infinitely a grander thing. King of Scotland! And I dinna doubt that the hand of Providence might have stayed the power of Elizabeth so that the true faith might be advanced in Scotland by your marriage with the Queen of Scots.
I'm going to write her a secret letter. I'm not going to come right out and ask her, of course, but I will make my plans clear. She's only a girl, you know.
But all the same, the widow of Prince Francis.
Oh, he was just a feeble-minded boy. This time she'll have a man.
Aye, she will.
They say she is very beautiful, and her charm is the marvel of Europe. I hope she finds me attractive.
You're a Scot.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be able to win her. Oh, Lord Bothwell, what do you mean standing there? You were spying on us.
Oh, please forgive me. I did not realize you were pouring out your heart's desire. I have a message for Mr. Knox.
Give it.
A servant from your home begs you to return. Your wife's mother sends word you need it.
I tried to get you in time. She took a turn for the worse around 9 o'clock, and she called for you in the barrens.
Marjorie.
Didn't look like that, John. Sit down.
I cannot believe it.
She went peaceful.
She was my right hand.
John, sit down.
Nathaniel and Eliezer.
I put them to bed. I didn't tell them, John. They're such wee boys.
God. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. You may be lords of great power in Scotland, but I warn you, as I warn the common people, not to rest in a sense of security. The young Queen Mary has flouted the advice of the leaders of this land and has swiftly rejected the proposal of marriage that was extended to her from the Lord Aaron himself. Now, this is not the voice of a young and teachable girl, but of a female who is willful and hides a Roman heart under her finery. There is little time we have to organize the Reformed Church in Scotland before her ship's docks on this shores, and we must be strong before her and her foreign ways. I've prepared for your examination a book of discipline for the new kirk, so that matters may be carried out in order, and that the people may come together to worship God in the proper way.
I've hot on my porridge, Mother. Can I get down from the table now?
Aye, wash your hands and put the Bible up on the shelf.
Yes, Mother.
You can be hunting up sticks for the fire.
Yes, Father. I started a great pile before supper.
She forgot the Bible.
Never mind this time.
I think she's getting to read quite well.
Aye.
Times have changed.
Aye, they have. When I heard that Mr. Knox had his heart set on having a school in every parish, I didn't believe it was possible.
And the schools are springing up like daisies.
It's a good thing, in spite of the expense.
Some of the men didn't like having to let their sons go. It makes more work for them at home.
Hey, no. Yet they're pious enough at kirk.
Didn't you think, Angus, it's a wonder how the kirks are so orderly? Everything is set out so well. During the war, I thought we wouldn't have a kirk left.
The improvements are good, Margaret. But I'm afraid there is still trouble to come in Scotland.
What do you mean?
Don't be forgetting that the young Queen Mary makes port this week. There may be trouble then.
Get those torches lit and hurry. The Queen is about to embark. And hold the canopy steady.
They won't light. This fog and rain has wet the wood through.
Look at mine smoke. It's worse than the fog.
I don't care about the fog or the rain or the smoke. Get those fires lit or you feel my boot, and hurry.
Well, Lord Bothwell, I'm surprised at your excitement.
Will it do for the Queen of Scots to see her realm through a rainy fog? To meet her nobles dripping with rain and mud? Can you imagine leaving the courts of France and stepping into this?
She may grow to like fresh air in Scotland.
Here she is.
I am Mary. Your name?
James Hepburn, my lady, Lord of Bothwell. And so we conclude Chapter 15 of Thunder in the Heather, the story of John Knox. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and was produced in the radio studios of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.